Today I'd like to talk to you about the secret of success. Now, when we go through a change process, when we make a decision that we want to accomplish something, there's several steps that are necessary. We might start by being specific about what we want to do, using our imaginations perhaps to do that, come up with a plan, implement it, and then have feedback, measurement systems so that we know how we're doing and can make the necessary adjustments. But the secret to the whole process of making change, the secret to success in every step is action, doing something. It's the hardest thing because we can have New Year's resolutions, but if we don't make that step to start, to begin, to do something, anything, it'll just be a resolution and it'll fade away. So action is the most important thing. And you know, we start out doing one thing at a time, one small step at a time, but you have to start. If you're going to start a walking program for your health, start walking 10 feet or 20 feet or 100 feet and do it day after day, but you have to start. Otherwise it's just an intention, it's a wish, it's a plan. So the action of doing something is most important, and don't wait until you feel like doing it. I read once about Olympic competitors getting ready for the Olympics, how they practice every day. They have certain routines for the skill that they have. And one of them remarked, well, there are days when I don't feel like doing it. I don't feel like getting up at 4 in the morning to go do my practice routine, but I do it anyway. Don't wait until you feel like doing it or until you're inspired. Just do it. I used to counsel teenagers at school systems, and they would tell me, those that were failing in classes, they would say, well, you know, I just don't feel like studying. It's hard. It's a lot of work. I just can't get in the mood to study. I just don't like studying. And I would tell them, I'd say, well, you know, it's okay. It's okay to say, I wish I were doing something different. I wish I could be playing a video game or playing outside football or basketball, shooting hoops. It's okay to have those thoughts and to feel that way. All right, now do your homework. It's okay to say, I wish I were doing something different, but now I'm going to do my homework. It's okay to say, I wish my heart's really not in taking a jog this morning, but do it anyway. Now, a funny thing happens most of the time when we do that. We get into it, we get in the zone, and we begin to feel like this isn't as bad as we imagined it was going to be. And when we're done with whatever it was, whatever step we were taking, we will feel good about it. We'll be glad we did it, even though at first we didn't want to get out of bed or we didn't want to start our task. So do it even if you don't feel like it or you're inspired. And William James, a famous psychologist from in the 1800s and early 1900s, remarked that one of the hardest things is for a person to be in a state at rest, almost, and to begin moving in a direction, to begin moving toward a goal. I think this is, I'm not an expert in physics by any stretch of the imagination, but if I'm not mistaken, I think this is also a principle of physics, that a body that's at rest takes more energy to get it moving than it takes to keep it going once it is moving, and there's some forward momentum. It's the same thing with our minds. Starting. So it's important to start. It's important to start, do anything. Like I say, if you're going to walk, if you can just do 10 feet today, and you didn't walk at all yesterday, that's progress. But do something. And remember that our habits are very efficient. William James also pointed that out in one of his books, The Principles of Psychology. He pointed out that habits are very efficient, they're effective, they're good. We look at habits sometimes as being bad things, but they're not. They're just programmed ways of doing things. It can be good or it could be bad or neutral, but it's a programmed way of doing things. And so if we want to make changes in our lives, those programmed ways that we've developed that are kicking in automatically without us thinking about it may get in our way. They may resist change because we've learned them through repetition. But by intentionally wanting to do something different and intentionally practicing that different thing day after day after day, although the old habit will resist it, our minds will resist it, you will develop new habits. And then pretty soon those habits will take over and you'll do your new behavior almost without thinking. It'll be natural, and it'll be hard to, if you're walking and you've finally broken the habit of not walking, and now you're walking every day, when you'll notice when you miss a day, you'll say, well, I miss walking. I always walk. I should walk. So, but that can be done. It can be done with intention, forcing yourself to create a new habit. And in spite of the resistance in your mind, go ahead anyway and do it. And you will find that you'll develop new habits that way. You'll find that by taking action, you can succeed at what you're trying to accomplish. But it starts with a verb. It starts with saying, I'm not only going to think about it, I'm not only going to plan it, but today I'm going to take the first step. I don't care if it's a baby step. Take the first step, and good luck.